We're 48 days into our stay on the big donut in space.
You're not going to get blown up anymore.
Yeah, we have Warwick, Winky, Winslow,
Maywick.
Maywick. We
Ethan
have
Jr.
dispelled the dark necromantic spell of Maywick. We're out of dice. It looks like it did that
Yeah.
thing where it saved before we slept and not after. I need to jam some scrap in my arm. I need to cram some rebar into my thighs. So let's do that.
You love to see it.
This keeps me healthy, I say, as I'm ramming a broken shard of glass through my artificial skin.
Yeah, by the time you ship a Theseusing yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, every night I'm just replacing my synthetic brain. And I'm replacing my whole body and leaving, like, a crippled original on the floor crying for death.
Incredible.
Yeah, being a robot's cool.
Yeah, no. So Fang has opened back up.
Fang can suck a butt.
So what did we want to do? Did you want to check in on
Bliss?
Moritz and Bliss?
I was thinking of doing that. Oh, they still got 2 days before they get another big contract. What's this? There's nothing for me here. Okay.
Well, you are hungry, but you could probably just dump that one into the commune.
Right. That's what I was thinking of doing, is whatever we've got left over after this, we just put it in the commune.
So what are the goals we have up right now?
Oh, man. Build a home. Oh, I could do that. How much do I need? What do I need?
Just need
Dice.
dice. You got a
Okay.
+1.
Let's just put this 5 in here. Why not? Great job.
Halfway there, you track down a difficult leak and close it up.
Wow. This apartment is so leaky.
Almost there.
I'm just gonna do one more. Neutral. Okay.
Yeah, so you're close. Then if you put it in another, like 5 or 6 in there, it's no Emphis.
Do I have any? I need
No,
to
you need mushrooms,
do some
right?
mushroom farming to get Emphis.
Yeah, he wants the Matsutake or whatever.
Club heads. More club heads for Rico. Okay. All right.
Rabia. So you could do a Rabia one.
No. I'm gonna farm more mushrooms. You really want me to do the Yatagan thing, I can tell, but man, I'm just such a brown thumb, which is what you call someone who's good at farming
You
mushrooms.
want to collect spores.
Yeah. Well, let me check and see how much I need for the aviary. Oh, I just need one.
You
No, I
two.
need 2. Okay. Let's just do it. Give me the
Which
spores.
you should get.
Yes. Yeah, I'll get it because I got that big 6. These spores are my body. Take and eat of them. Boom. That's right, baby.
All right, now you wait.
Now I wait. I love doing that.
You want
Right.
to re-roll your dice? See, or
Yeah. 5 and 1.
hey,
I can make some Tavla money.
you could work at the bar. Start filling that clock.
I could put another thing into my house.
Yeah,
Just really rush down this house clock.
yeah, and you could do some work for Rabia.
I'm rushing down the house clock. Oh yeah.
One more to go.
Okay, and now,
Work in the commune.
yeah, we gotta get fed. Oh look, a negative outcome. 2 energy. Hell yeah.
You might need to start looking for more scrap soon, but
Oh, that's true.
use your last scrap.
Ugh. I don't have any. No, this is the gardener's seed.
No, you used your last scrap.
Oh. Sometimes I can't tell what tense you're saying things in, and I think that's your problem and not mine. You need to
Yeah.
enunciate your
Well,
d.
listen, I'm stuck in time.
Oh, okay.
I'm Billy Pilgriming it. Right now we're doing a stream, and in a couple of seconds I'll be in World War II. In a trench.
Me and the boys Billy Pilgriming it. Me and Chet Hanks Billy Pilgriming it. Chet Hanks doing his Trinidad accent in the trenches.
I could extremely picture Chet Hanks.
Chet Hanks in an alien zoo.
In the alien zoo, having sex with a porn star.
Hell yeah. Chet Hanks would love it. Chet Hanks would be the perfect, captive at the alien zoo. Chet Hanks would have none of Billy Pilgrim's ennui. And God knows.
He didn't hate it.
He didn't. Billy Pilgrim was a relatively simple man, but Chet Hanks is the minimal man. We've done it.
I can't believe you put a 6 in there when you absolutely did not need to put a 6 in there.
I wanted to finish in style. Alright, what do I want to give a +2? This is so exciting.
I know.
I'm thinking either Intuit or Engineer. Let's do Intuit. Conform. Because I think Intuit is my Tavla skill. I think now I can just play Tavla for free. In fact, just get paid to play Tavla. Oh my god.
Yeah, look at that.
Feed a stray.
Why don't you put some $3 into that?
Give me the space kitty. I can't put more money.
Crackers.
Can't pour more money.
From a shop unit downstairs and crumble them up into a tray. Something moves in the shadow. The stray hops up onto a work surface and looks out of the unit's small window.
Of course, Pat jumps on this. He's like, "No, I'm the kitty."
Meow, 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 meow. It doesn't acknowledge your presence. It just sits there, beside the tray of crumpled crackers, staring out at the low end.
Wow, this stray's got pathos.
What is this cat's story? Are there more on the station? We haven't seen another in the low end, but in this vast megastructure that means little. There could be a whole colony of cats like this one down in the Warrens. You look at its sleek, dark fur and sharp eyes. It doesn't look ragged. It looks at home. In fact, its presence in the unit makes you wonder if this is the stray's apartment, which you are squatting in.
I don't know, wasn't it exposed to rain or the vacuum of space or whatever? Oh.
Was the apartment?
I know better than to try to pet a kitty I just met.
Though the stray is looking out at the station, you feel its attention on you, waiting for you to spring your trap. You remain relaxed and watch as something flickers in its eye, perhaps the reflection of a passing ship.
Perhaps a hint of the soul of an ancient wizard trapped inside.
The stray settles a little and starts eating, picking at the crackers.
Okay.
You don't remember ever having been this close to an animal. It triggers something in you, a recognition of life totally unlike your own, but still somehow connected, parallel, even interwoven.
When I was...
Stray,
my human original was a big cat dad.
The stray licks crumbs from its fur.
Were you born here? Did someone import this kitty?
The stray lifts its head as you speak, but looks out at the glow of the low end, not at you.
Okay.
The cat's comfort in this place is enough to answer your question. The stray is a born resident of the eye, like all those thousands out there beyond your window. This is, after all, a place for strays, for those who begin their journey here and those who end it.
Damn, it's like I'm just like this cat.
You turn your eyes to the window, the one that the stray looks out of, and you both watch the stars and ships together.
I'm like you, I whisper. I'm a little kitty man.
You feel something pass between you and the stray, a kind of acknowledgement of each other. A sense that each of you might share something with the other.
A sense that both of you are pretty little kitties.
Then, all at once, the stray yawns wide, hops down from the unit, and brushes along your legs. Then it's gone. Out through the unit door and back into the corridors of the low end.
Ooh woo indeed.
Yeah, so now when you go back, you can feed it again.
Get in there. I'm gonna feed this stray 100 crackers in one day. What? How much do you want, kitty?
No, I don't think you get another cutscene with the cat.
Oh,
just
damn it.
The stray, and you just get the description in the action where it says the stray comes and eats the crackers.
Okay, I can just jam money into this cat. It's an infinite money sink.
Forever.
That's awesome. What do these guys have? Nothing.
Yeah. Is Moritz up? Is the Bliss clock up?
I think it should be at 3, right? Well, that's the wrong button.
Was it a 3-step clock or a 4-step?
It was 4. Yeah.
Yeah. So what are you gonna put it in? Rabia? The restaurant?
Shipyard.
The canteen? Shipyard?
Shipyard.
What's wrong with Rabia?
She's an organized criminal. And I'm 1 away on the shipyard, so it's fine.
Why would you put the 6 in here?
Style!
You got
Swagger!
5 cryo out of it. You got 5 cryo out of it.
Awesome. What now? Oh, it's Lem and Mina.
Oh, hey, and it looks like Fengs is open.
Havenage
so now
office.
You can sell.
Yatagan data. Oh shoot! There's even more shipyard stuff to do.
And now you can choose whether you become a welder's mate or a junior tech.
Okay. From the walkway, the sidereal horizon looks impossibly vast, a landscape of plating and frames. All along her flanks, torches flicker, drones maneuver, arc lights glint. The sense of scale, of industry, is both stunning and strangely unsettling. She's quite beautiful, I think. Wow, y'all dirty.
She's been working all day.
You turn to see a figure a little way down the walkway, leaning at the railing. He is thin, ragged, his work gear poorly fitting and loose. The torches of the sidereal horizon flicker in his eyes as he turns to you. Lem. He leans back from the rail, revealing a child standing beside him, staring out at the ship. And this is Mina, he adds with a smile. This kid looks shy, but I'm gonna try it anyways. Hi, Mina. She stares and tucks herself behind Lem, who dutifully picks her up. She's a little slow to trust, aren't you, Mina? She buries her face in the folds of his overalls. I knew it, I called it. Mina looks out from Lem's chest, a dark brown eye twinkling among the rough material. You working on her then? Lem asks eagerly, gesturing to the vast ship, or just admiring. He shifts Mina's weight to his other arm. I think, just judging by the text, I was admiring. Understandable, he nods, gazing back out at the sidereal horizon. You like her too, don't you, Mina? He jostles her a little. She's Mina's and my ticket out of this place. Our escape vector, so to see. How? You haven't heard? Anyone who takes a Havenage contract on the sidereal horizon will be entered into a draw for the transit support crew. He smiles. We won't get to sleep the journey through, but a couple of decades of service will be nothing for me and Mina if it means landfall on a new world. He winks. Decades? It's a long trip. He straightens up, stretching his back. That's a colony ship, friend. The Steeless Foundation is sending thousands of people to settle a system well outside the reach of the core worlds. It'll be a totally independent colony. No surrogacy. No corporations. Why is it here? Why build it here, you mean? He grins. Don't ask me. I know as much as Mina about that. He ruffles Mina's hair thoughtfully. I suppose many corporations weren't too happy about breaking with the idea of surrogacy, setting up somewhere without it feeding back to the core. Maybe Silas got locked out of the corporate shipyards and had to go begging for somewhere to set up. Homeless, just like Mina and me. Mina responds by pushing his hand away. Daddy, she whispers. Food, pulling an exaggerated grumpy face. She glances furtively at you as she plays with a set of dog tags that hang from Lem's neck. I'm just chatting a little, Meanie. Give Daddy a sec. He turns back to you, and you suddenly notice how tired he looks. I'm not on the Havenage crew yet, but I'll work my way in. You can do it too, friend. We have to stick together. He smiles a little shakily, and you wonder how long he's been working to break into the official shipyard crew. Yeah, maybe. He looks out at the sidereal horizon, as if trying to pull energy from those flickering torches from the vast hull. You've got to hold out, okay? You aren't quite sure if he is talking to you. That's how it works. When he stares out, Mina catches your eye curiously. What? You agree, Mina? She straightens up and meets your eye. Daddy loves me, she says stubbornly, daring you to question her.
Eat shit.
Yeah, I've been dunked on. Lem smiles and lifts Mina. That's it. We hold on. He smiles sheepishly at you. We are just a couple of softies. Isn't that right, Mina? He sets her down, standing by his side, and she clings to his leg. Gotta go feed this one. He pats her back. Maybe see you on a shift, huh? He turns and they walk down the walkway, away from the shipyard. You see them talking, and then a moment later, Mina turns around and stops. See you, robot! Her shout echoes down the walkway, and she flashes you a parting smile before running to catch up with Lem. You watch them a little before you turn back to the impossible scale of the sidereal horizon. A ticket out.
New drive.
I mean, I feel like in order to live for decades on the sidereal horizon, I would have to figure out my sitch. You know what I mean?
I mean, I just hope they have an infinite amount of scrap.
Yeah, hope they definitely the sidereal horizon was built with a big bay full of scrap, and they'll let me just dip my little hands in it, just become the pile of scrap.
So yeah,
roll around in it. Okay, so this is another place to dump my spare ship mine fragments, and then I can track Yatagan.
Yep.
Okay.
Which you have some.
Oh yeah, I do have Yatagan data. Take this.
Wow. Yeah, $10.
Great.
That's a meal.
I already did the Yatagan thing. I did both the Havenage and Yatagan thing for what's his face, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because you got that shit mine and flipped it.
That's right. Okay. So now let's re-roll these. Alright, a 5, a 2, and a 1. A 5 is more useful than a 3. I say, reassuring myself.
What's Robbie got going on?
Ugh. Okay. Fine. Oh my god.
Did you forget? Well, you could get scrapped.
Yeah. Okay. Boop. Hooray.
That's why you should do it.
Give me this.
Yeah, give me that. Get yourself some energy.
Oh my god. That was a horrible roll.
Damn.
Alright, I'm starving.
Unlucky. Go get some food.
It's time. It's time. It's time to participate in collective organization. It's time
collective action.
It's time. It's time to work the land. Oh. That's right, I got an extra energy because that's Thrill Seeker. Man. Really, a lot of bang for our buck. Alright. Let's go. Let's put this, let's Tetsuo it.
Finally, Tetsuo 3 comes out.
Tetsuo 3 is actually a very tender look at the reality of indentured servitude. Whoa.
Sleeper. I'm trying to remember what my Moritz voice was. Sorry for anyone watching this on YouTube in a run.
Does Moritz have a tattoo of a mosquito under his eye? Yes, he does.
You tell me. I thought you were going to say, does Moritz have a tattoo of a Band-Aid?
A full-color Band-Aid tattoo.
Sleeper. Moritz is waiting for you on your way out. How have you been?
You made Moritz sound like Bliss. You didn't make Moritz sound husky.
No, we changed it because it was too close, remember?
I thought that was good. Surviving.
Mort just nods. That's the struggle. He glances around. I just remember that he was subby. I made Mort subby.
Yeah.
That's the struggle. He glances around.
I also need to turn you up. I keep forgetting to do this when we stream. Alright, I've done it.
It's the Patrick Show now.
That's right, you're audible.
He runs his hand through his hair, shaved head. I mean to ask you, Sleeper, what's it like?
I run my hand through my
Pauses.
hair all the time when I have a buzz cut.
Suddenly unsure. I mean, you know, what does it feel like?
To be a sleeper?
Yeah, he shrugs. If you don't mind.
Alright, I'm gonna be real with you. It's weird.
Yeah. I know I can understand it, you know? I know I can understand it, you know? With your frame and, well, everything else. But I wanted to say I have a lot of sympathy for it. Like, having to find a place, having to survive, having no future. He looks down. A lot of people around here understand that.
Okay, well, that's sweet, but I need to let you know that I will still fire you in a split second if you interfere with my bottom line. I'm a business owner now.
Moritz looks away, and you notice him for the first time. Not as Bliss's assistant, but as someone with their own worries, their own struggles, their own life. You feel bad for not noticing earlier. You feel
No.
bad for not giving him personhood.
I feel like I must immediately quash this dawning realization so that I can more efficiently run my business.
I have bad news. There is a Tetsuo 3.
Oh, yeah. There's Tetsuo, the Iron Man, and then Tetsuo, the Bullet Man.
That's 3.
Yeah. I forgot what Tetsuo 2 is like.
Body Hammer.
Yeah, Body Hammer.
I always
Tetsuo
thought
3 I've
Bullet
seen.
was 2.
Tetsuo 3 is rough. Like, not rough as in... not rough in the way that Tetsuo 1 is rough. Tetsuo 3 is rough as in a shaky, like an inconsistent quality of film. There are good parts and bad parts.
And yet, it has an original song from Nine Inch Nails.
I think Trent Reznor did like the whole soundtrack.
No, he did not.
Oh, well, I've seen it. It's got, like I said, it's got some good stuff, got some bad stuff.
Moritz looks at you. Anyway, got a message for you. Bliss sent me down. We've scored another contract and she needs your help.
Okay.
That's the message. He pauses. Look, I know last time the payment didn't come through, but you did good work. Bliss knows that.
I mean, it's not on her, it's on her ex, but it's also kind of on her for not... Like, her ex stole from her once, and then she didn't, like, change all the accounts he had access to. But I'll just say it's no problem, because I don't want to dwell on this.
Okay, then. He pauses. She's doing her best, you know?
I know.
He nods. See you up there. Moritz turns and strides off, leaving you in the corridor.
Don't leave
Time to
me
help
more.
Bliss. And maybe this time you think to yourself, it'll work out.
Alright.
Famous last words.
Yeah. Moritz is just a little guy. You know what I mean?
Who understands what it's like for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm also a little guy, I say, as the owner of the business he works at. Alright. Let's see what you got. Oh my
Ooh.
god. Sacrifice section. Vent a section and you have a better chance of saving the remaining crops, but you will lose some in the process. The question is, how many?
So you can only do that one once.
Okay, the sycamore seed's internal biome is in trouble. Every action will bring it closer to collapse. Well,
Your
guess
dice
what?
are so fucking dumb.
Here comes an 8. Here comes an 8.
Your dice are goofy, but at the same time beautiful.
I've done big time save the crop bow.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now let's throw a 7 at this. And another 7. Now let's re-roll. Oh. What are the odds? All right. Well, one of these
This
we
is
can
what
use.
I'm saying.
Yeah, one of these we can use to feed ourselves, and another, I don't know. What's a safe thing that we can do?
Feed yourself again.
Oh yeah, just
Fill
get
out the bar.
really plump.
Yeah, fill out the bar. I'm so stuffed from cooperative action.
I've been building so much communism, I'm gaining weight. I've far exceeded my recommended daily value of communism. This is a bad idea. I need more scrap though. Okay. God, this one is just not useful. I guess maybe I can buy some Yatagan data. I should probably buy a stabilizer because I'm almost low enough to lose a condition point. Or I guess
Just do two more, like do two of the Rabia things.
yeah. Okay.
Or more, however much you can get away with.
All right. Whoop. Oh, let's go to my apartment. Let's sleep at my apartment. I love that there are so many places where I can just crash. For some reason, this is like really attractive to me, just having tons of little hideouts around town where you can just go to sleep.
It's what it must be like to be rich.
That's true. That's true. If you're rich, you could just have a house that, like, one house in every area of the city so that you never have to drive very far to get anywhere. Damn. It's this is a wonderful alternative to having public transit that's effective or good city planning.
Give everyone multiple houses.
Yeah. Just make it so that all houses are interchangeable and you carry all your possessions in a big backpack. Wow.
Lost the dice.
Wow, this is some straight up trash you're giving.
Can you buy scrap from anyone?
No.
No, I would imagine
The
it's
Ord
really-
Exchange, I sell scrap, yeah.
Oh, that ship's here.
Oh
Maybe you can
yeah,
buy
scrap freighter. Yeah, let's buy some scrape.
It's pretty cheap.
They were probably here yesterday and I just missed them because I'm a dumb idiot.
Well, you can only get 3 out of them a cycle. So.
I got a ship mine fragment from that.
You can sell that to at Fangs.
I got 2 ship mine fragments from the random scrap.
That sucks. That's not what we wanted.
No, it rips though, kind of.
How
Much are they
going
gonna pay me for this? Better be a lot. 30 cryo? This is highway robbery.
Isn't it like wasn't it like 180 or 80 for a full ship mine?
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot for a full ship mine. And no one can convince me that
it's at the elevator.
it was otherwise.
It's at the elevator.
Sell ship mine 150. 150.
Damn.
Sucks. Sucks.
But yeah, you could maybe put that 6 in the bliss clock and then re-roll and see if you got anything that you could probably sink into getting the scrap from Rabia.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Save the crops.
Oh, this action's safe.
Yeah, it is. Whoop.
Wow.
Hey.
Done.
Yeah, this is good. I've done it.
Hooray!
Continue.
You and Bliss are floating in the bay's airlock, waiting for it to cycle.
Just
You
chilling.
pick a few leaves from your clothes as you wait. They float around the chamber as if carried by a lazy wind.
Clean work. I'm a talkie coworker.
Bliss bows a little. Well, thank you, Sleeper.
Ugh.
you didn't do so bad yourself.
She's like the
Checks her
Hamburglar of
tool belt.
Starship Repair.
Seems like we're getting into a good rhythm. The now familiar sequence of clunks and rattles sound out. Then the door hisses. The moment it does, you know something once again gone wrong.
We do fix most of the Starship parts by doing drum solos.
What's all this? Bliss asked the confused-looking Moritz. Beside him, a set of crates anchored to the bay floor.
Oh, what's all this?
Yes, he's clearly just brought them through the bay's freight line.
God, the voice is like a minor Dragon Ball Z gag character.
Moritz looks nervously between the two of you before answering. It's payment. He runs his hand along the crate. The Sycamore Seed crew just brought him over.
Don't fuck with me, Moritz.
The look on Bliss's face heads. They were very thankful.
Don't do it.
I bet they were. She clenches her fist. What the hell's inside?
I'm just like a Muppet clenching their fist. It's so funny.
Moritz leans over and struggles with the catches on each side of the top crate. As he does, Bliss turns to you. Don't say it! Bliss stares into space. Don't you dare say it!
Alright, I'll stay silent.
Don't! She gives you a hard look. This isn't my fault. Moritz finally gets the catches free, and the lid floats off, drifting up into the bay.
I feel like you have to bear a little responsibility for not asking these people if they have money.
As it does, a small brown lump floats up with it. Moritz reaches out and catches it as it passes him.
Oh my god, it's a nug!
Is that a
nug?
Mushroom! Bliss finishes. A damn mushroom!
I know enough about mushrooms to know that this could be an incredibly valuable mushroom, so I'm not gonna jump to claiming that we've been ripped off. I'm gonna say they paid us in mushrooms?
Not just mushrooms. He holds out a clump of tightly packed leaves. Produce. Bliss starts laughing. Goddamn Haifa commune! Should've known they didn't have a chit to rub between them.
Hey!
She knocks a small brown mushroom across the bay.
Back off the commune. You see my growing robot paunch? This is all commune spaghetti.
Stop, Bliss. Moritz grabs her hand. These are good, fresh. We can sell them. To who, Moritz? Are we running a grocer's now? We need cryo, otherwise this whole bay will be shut down. We can't pay for parts with leafy greens. She raggles them in Moritz's face.
I feel like...
Give them to me.
Yeah,
I can use them.
I can use them. I'm gonna use the mushroom.
Bliss raises an eyebrow. What, 4 crates? Even you can't be that hungry.
Have you seen me eat a plate of spaghetti?
You can take a few, but the rest will sell. She smiles to herself. Or at least Moritz will sell them if he's so eager. Moritz closes up the crate and starts moving them. It's not that bad, Bliss. It's a step in the right direction. He glances at you, looking for backup.
I'm a mushroom sage, man. They'll sell well.
Bliss sighs. Looks like I went into business with a couple of wannabe farmers. She laughs. Proves me wrong. Show me this is a windfall.
She laughs, her puppet mouth flapping.
She kicks away towards the new patched together terminal. Until then, I'll be working on how to keep this place open. Lawrence mouths a thank you and goes back to moving the crates. You'd better be on your way too. Mushrooms. Oh, is that Griol or Matsu?
That's Griol. It's Griol caps.
Can we
So
sell Griol anywhere?
we can sell packages of Girol caps here at Paz Import Export.
I thought it was Matsutake.
Oh, it is Matsutake. What do we do with Girol?
Scroll, move down. Maybe one of the exchanges will buy them.
Mingy.
No, Mingy just either feeds us or pays us.
Yeah. Mingy's prime spaghetti spot. If you want that high quality spaghetti. No. Me just dejectedly looking through the prompts for mushroom slots. The dispensary. No.
Just showing up, be like, can you give me the juice for,
Just waving mushrooms in a guy's face like they're cash. Come on. You know I'm good for it.
If you were further in the restaurant storyline, you'd be able to cook them. But you're not. I think you've done a total of 2 shifts there.
Wow. Isn't that surprising? Isn't it so weird how I'm not all that excited about working in a restaurant in space? Okay.
Hey.
There's nothing to do with these.
Hey, look, that owner's pretty cool.
Okay, I'll never know.
Oh, did you want to...
Did I want to what?
Get more
Did I want to what?
Yeah,
is that Intuit? Is this Intuit? No, it's Endure.
Yeah, I think the other one's Intuit. Otherwise, I think it's probably a slam dunk with that 4.
Yeah, Robbie is the safer one, I think. All right, let's do some crime.
It's not a crime. Didn't roll high enough.
I'm so pissed.
I know.
I'm so pissed I'm gonna eat a big plate of spaghetti.
I wish that's what you're putting your 1 and 2. Every time it's like a spaghetti eating contest to keep the morale up, and you just keep showing up on the spaghetti contest days.
Spaghetti contest every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The only day we don't have a spaghetti contest is Christmas, because here at this commune we all love Christ. And Christ hates spaghetti.
You want to do some repair?
That's what I'm doing. God, get off my back. We're still gonna be missing a dice until we can get a scrap surplus.
Time to grind Rabia's thing with your good dice.
I guess. These are decent dice.
These are decent dice. Does the apiary take an action? Yes, right.
Apiary does. Aviary. It's birds, not
safe.
Bees.
It's no. You could come back and put a 3 in there, and it would be fine because it's safe.
If I put at least a 4 in there, I get 2 random rare mushrooms. It's so worth it. I'm a mushroom sage. Look, I got matsutake and I got club
You got
heat.
a club.
I got them. I got that mushroom tip. I got that. Oh no. I got the. You know what I mean.
Oh, Rico, our favorite mushroom granny.
It's my favorite grandma. Rico's at her bench, running small vials of some liquid through an old chemical analysis machine. The whirring of the spinning drum fills the lab with white noise, and you aren't sure if she notices as you approach. Sleeper, it's good to see you. She looks up smiling. This little project of ours has been keeping me awake the past few cycles, but right now, well, I think I have something. You should rest. You're like 100 years old. I know my limits, she laughs to herself. I just don't like paying attention to them. The drum finishes spinning, and Rico lifts a vial from it, holding it up to the light. This is something I extracted from those club heads you've been bringing me, and according to my analysis, it is a substance totally unique on the Greenway. You look at the small amount of pure mushroom blood in the vial. Any idea what it might be? Rico asks, looking away from the vial. Medicine.
Stabilizer?
You aren't the first sleeper to come through here. Perhaps I should have mentioned that earlier. Rico's tone suddenly drops, changing the atmosphere in the lab immediately. I just thought... She pauses, thinking very carefully of how to continue. I just wanted you to trust us. What do you mean? She sighs. They came through a fair few cycles ago. We found them wandering in the broken section near the gap. The members who brought them in had never seen one of you before. They were terrified of this strange person wandering in from open vacuum. Oh, you mean one of them just like jumped off the moon they were on and floated through space until they got here? They were quieter than you, and damaged. We did our best to patch them up and welcome them to the commune. I only really spoke to them once while I was working on their wounds along with a couple of systems engineers. She looks nervously at you. I'd never seen a body like that before. I took some readings, some samples. Samples? Are you about to admit to something really unethical? You have to understand, I was just curious. I didn't know what I was looking at. I took a little of the damaged material, less than a thumbnail. She shifts her weight to her crutch. The next cycle, they were gone. They took a little food and hiked up towards the wild margins where the greenway meets the wastes. Someone saw them in the distance, but that was it. They disappeared into the overgrowth. She sits down heavily, the vial in her hand. When I saw you, I wanted things to be different. I wanted to keep you here, rather than let you disappear into wherever they ended up. She smiles to herself. Yes, I wanted to understand this place better, but I also wanted to help you. It seems that somehow both my wishes have come true at once. She holds out a hand with the vial. This is for you. You take the stabilizer. The glass cold and smooth in your palm. Oh my god, the mushrooms make the juice! How? Those club head caps made it for you. Or at least who or whatever made those club heads. She starts to clear her bench. It was right there, contained in their tissue. I only had to extract it. I imagine you understand how incredible that is. I learned enough from that sleeper to know that your body, your frame is it, runs on some exotic technology. Exotic technology that has a built-in time limit. Somehow the Greenway knows that too. It understands your physiology much better than I ever could. It knows how to treat you. Just like that miraculous antidote that sprung from the mold, so too has this sprung from your presence here. The Greenway is speaking to you. It is welcoming you. She looks up. I know it sounds crazy, but I know it to be true. Here's the evidence. And what I also know is it is no longer speaking to me. Even after decades here, I have never seen this kind of response. Not since the antidote so many cycles ago. She smiles. So I'm going to make you a deal. You bring me as many club heads as you like. I'll extract the stabilizer and give it to you freely. But you have to tell me what the Greenway says. You have to speak with it, to dig into it, to find out what being is at the center of it. I've traveled as far as I can. I need you to do the rest. Can you do that? Yeah.
Yes.
I'll do anything for you, Grandma. Rico sighs with relief and deflates into her chair. Thank you. I'm sorry for the other sleeper. Truly I am. I'm sorry I couldn't have done more. But I'm so glad I met you. She smiles. You are welcome here anytime. Rico falls silent. She looks smaller now, more fragile, and you realize how old she must be to have seen the collapse firsthand. You idle a little in the lab, in case she asks for anything else, but she remains silent, and so you drift back into the tunnel, thoughts of that other sleeper and where they ended up, weighing on your mind. When I'm old as hell, I want to have cool hair like Rico's got.
So now you got two things. The Haifa Labs.
And Rico's grow beds.
Yeah, this is where you can convert...
Oh! This is where I can plant the seed. Question mark, question mark, question mark.
I'll take good care of it, Sleeper. Don't you worry.
Alright, great.
What's the other one? Is the other one where you can...
This is where I synthesize stabilizer from club heads.
Only takes two.
Only takes two? Damn. Damn, being a mushroom sage is so worth it.
Yeah.
Now we don't even need scrap. I can just chug a stabilizer. Doesn't even matter. Who cares?
Well, it takes time for the mushrooms to grow in, and you're not guaranteed to. For the mushroom to grow in. You're not guaranteed two club heads in a cycle.
Got anything else you want to say?
Then you have to
collect
the other spores again, and like this will take multiple days. More than you have pairs.
Okay, whatever, Dad. All right. I want to see Bliss. There must be another clock on Bliss. There's a mushroom sale clock.
Yeah, they're selling the mushrooms.
Yeah, I want to see. I want to see what it says.
It's a 4-step clock again.
Bliss is taking another shot at landing a contract. After the run you've had, this seems like a last chance. Bliss, I believe in you. I know you can do it. One of these days, you can find a client who will pay you with money.
Rabia.
And your boyfriend won't steal it. Ugh, we have Rabia at home.
Scrap.
Oops. Accidentally right-clicked.
Oops, wrong one.
Oops. It's like my peripheral nervous system is rebelling against helping Rabia with anything.
It's like, don't fill this clock.
Yeah.
Oh, you could get another scrap out of it.
Yeah, whatever. I did it.
Oh, you got energy.
It's fine. Look, I'm an insider now.
Oh, look.
I've bullied enough people out of their hard-earned wages that I now get to talk to the boss.
Well, it's scrap. You were never taking money.
Sure. This time you meet inside Rabia's office, although now that you've seen it, office seems like the wrong term. You find her stood in an almost bare, shadowy unit, midway through a sequence of stretches. There are 2 low stools and a terminal in the corner, but it seems that most of the space is taken up by a heavy punching bag, rubber matting, and a stack of weights. This is awesome. Being a local crime boss and just working out all day in your open concept office gym is a hell of a way to live.
Truly a Kiryu Kazuma move.
Yeah, Kiryu Kazuma would definitely just have like a curling bench that he sits on in his office, and that's it. When Rabia turns to greet you, you realize she is missing an arm. The prosthetic she usually wears is set in a cradle near the terminal, a web of colored wires running to it. I'm installing Snake on it. Updates, she says, noticing you looking where her artificial arm usually is. Nothing to worry yourself with. Of course. Sit, says Rabia, gesturing to the 2 diminutive stools. You both settle on the stools, Rabia crossing her legs on top and sitting straight-backed. Gia told me you've been doing the rounds, collecting tithes, patrolling the ward. She smiles. Some of the enforcers are impressed, and I hear you handled a few difficult circumstances. Nicely done. I wanted to see for myself. She raises an eyebrow. See what for yourself? I mean, really, I wanted to see scrap for myself.
If the stories are true about those mythical scrap piles you guys have.
Yeah. I see. Rabia flexes her neck side to side. And the conclusion? I don't know. I mean, I didn't read the blurbs that came up after I finished the things, so I'm still deciding. Well, Sleeper, Rabia says teasingly, please keep us updated on any progress. She smiles a thin smile. Joking aside, I know that for you, life on the Eye has been a struggle, but I hope we can do something about that from here onwards. Though some of our members may not see it this way, I know you too are a refugee. She looks at you solemnly. This is why you have come to us. Enough, Rabia. Sabine's voice cuts through the conversation. I am tired of listening to your affected nobility. They cross the room, Rabia's baton in their hand, the end lit with sparking electricity. Yo! Oh my god, Sabine ready to rumble. Rabia looks between the 2 of you. I suppose this ambush was another cooperation between you 2? She looks strangely unfazed.
Yes.
I didn't do this. No, they're acting alone.
What do you mean? Sabine told you to get closer with them.
Oh. I didn't know. Okay, whatever. Rabia takes this opportunity to act. She leaps from the stool and fainting past Sabine. I mean, but Sabine didn't warn me that this was going to happen at all. I feel like this is her acting alone.
Sabine was just watching that clock being like, when's he gonna fill this up? I've been in the closet for so long.
I did not know that's what the clock meant. Whatever. I wasn't... You're the one who pushed me into this. I am not committed to the outcome of this storyline. Who cares? Rabia takes this opportunity to act. She leaps from the stool and, fainting past Sabine, grabs the baton and twists it inwards. She is by far the stronger, and she pushes Sabine to her knees, plunging the crackling end of the baton towards their chest. They freeze there, Sabine struggling to keep the crackling baton from their skin. Stop! Then you support them, Rabia asks you, her eyes not leaving Sabine. Your loyalties are so easily swayed.
Yes.
I thought you were more than Yannick's attack dog, Rabia, Sabine spits back. Are you not able to think for yourself? Rabia holds the baton strong, and for a moment you think she is about to hammer it down into Sabine's chest. But after a painful wait, she throws Sabine down instead, then spins the baton in her hand, thumbing a switch and shutting it off in a single move. Rabia, explain. They both look at you, each still catching their breath, as if they had forgotten about your presence. Explain what? How the moment I call, my enforcers will come down here and take them away? Rabia cracks her neck. You are lucky I didn't kill you. I would have every right, she shouts, the anger a release of tension more than a threat. Sabine lifts himself a little, bruised from the fall, onto their side and cough. Rabia gives them some space, sitting back on the stool. Sabine props himself up on their elbows and fixes Rabia with a hard stare. You have something to say? Rabia taunts. Say it. This is your final opportunity, because after this, she laughs, no coming back. What's the point? Sabine breathes heavily. She refuses to listen to criticism of the great Yatagan project. Rabia collects herself. Speak. She folds her arms and waits to be convinced. Sabine takes a breath, organizing their thoughts. They go to start, pause, then decide on another approach. Eventually, they say it. Yannick is a traitor. Rabia immediately flinches, her eyes going to her prosthetic arm, her muscles clenching. But she rides it out, more eager to prove Sabine wrong than she is to hurt them, at least for now. When I came here from Essen Arp, they glance at you, gauging your reaction. It was Yannick who was one of the first to support me, to look after me. I should have known then, but I was naive and afraid. She turns to you. Sleeper. They take a breath. I know that I should have told you I worked for Essen Arp long ago, but I thought you would abandon me, and you are my final friend. What you should know is that I left Essen Arp because I was running for my life. I leaked documents on the Sleeper program, on the illegal and immoral practices it relied on, to the press. Oh, Sabine, a whistleblower. It's time to protect Sabine with our lives. Essen Arp wanted...
Nothing changed. Look at all the legal stuff. Cool.
Weird. I still got put in a big mechanical toaster and sent to an asteroid to live out my infinite drudgery existence. SNARP wanted me dead, and I fled as far as I could to this refuge at the edge of the surrogate systems. Sabine stops to collect himself. What does this have to do with Yannick? Rabia interrupts. The Sleeper knows you're SNR. I told them. And while you hide beneath the cover of being a whistleblower, you and I both know you worked on the Sleeper program. Yannick told me as much. Sabine's face falls. It is true. They glance at you and then away, ashamed. How else would you know anything about the Sleeper program? They lift their head. But it is Yannick, not me, who is in the pocket of SNR. Rabia flinches again. I can prove it. He made some kind of deal to keep me here, to tie me up in debt, to lock me away. In exchange... Rabia slams her hand on the desk. Just tell us, for God's sake. In exchange for those, Sabine finishes, nodding towards Rabia's prosthetic arm in its cradle. Oh shit! No wonder the game's been making such a, explicit note of all of the Yatagan members' prosthetics.
Yeah, and the fact that you're picking up signals off.
Yeah. He has been using Yatagan enforcers, using you, as test subjects for SNARP technology. I have the data to prove it. He has been bringing them in under the guise of stolen shipments and having me fit them, knowing each one is capturing data and sending it back to its makers. Rabia's fixed expression has started to fade. Sabine produces a slate. It's all here. Thousands of hours of usage data, failure rates, error dumps. These are untested implants, Rabia. They could short out, fail, cause cascading failures across a person's body. And they have. Sabine suddenly looks incredibly tired. I thought the error rate in the units was down to them being stolen or modified. I have tried to fix hundreds of failures in my time here. Not all of them. They stop, unable to continue. Rabia closes her eyes and breathes in. Then she opens them again and holds out a hand to Sabine. Show me, she says. Later, much later, when you leave, Sabine is still taking Rabia through the manifests and usage data, both of them crowded around the terminal, as Sabine leads Rabia through each layer of Yannick's betrayal. As you leave, Sabine catches your eye and something passes between you. Something like a thank you or a sorry or some other expression that communicates both sadness and hope. All right, that was good. I liked that. I have a point. I could.
Oh yeah, you could get one of those.
Yeah.
Double data might is probably the better of the two.
Yeah, but Endure is the one that I kind of want a +2 on. Or I could save up for a +3, a +2 on Engineer. I'm just gonna save up.
Engage. Yeah. So what is that? Is that a 2-segment clock?
It's a 3. Let's re-roll this. Hey, slightly better. What do I want to use this on? I got scrap.
And plus, you have a thingy.
Yeah, I might as well save the
red
scrap
instead.
and use the stabilizer.
Use it first, and then use the scrap to keep you up for the next day.
Yeah. I could try the restaurant.
You work at the. Oh yeah, sure.
Nope, this is Emphas. I need one more Matsutake for Emphas too. All right, let's do a shift. Hey, double good service. Okay. Oh, I have a house here. Boop. Let's
Meds.
chug the juice.
Chug the juice.
Delicious juice. All right.
Now sleep.
Yeah, I gotta sleep. And cycle. I don't see why I would ever leave this station. If I can grow stabilizer from mushrooms, I should just live here, man. This is
Those
good.
aren't bad. Those dice aren't bad.
They're okay.
You want to cull more mushrooms?
Yeah, let's get more mushrooms. I need the Matsutake for Emphas. I need more club heads for stabilizer.
Juice.
Mushroom is good. Mushroom provides.
Yeah, and mushrooms +2.
That's right. I'm an incredibly good mushroom farmer. Wow, I have 3 Matsutake and 3 Girole.
You have enough for oh wait, no. You have enough for Memphis.
Yeah.
Then you'll be close. Why not just finish it? You got a 4.
Oh yeah, I might as well.
Yield. 5. I think that's enough for Emphas and to sell for the 80 cred.
My god. Yeah, and I need club heads for that. All right, let's reroll.
What's the other Emphas?
Oh, 6. What do you mean? What's the other Emphas thing?
Oh, not the Emphas lab, the Hypha lab.
Oop. Oh,
There's
it's
the seed
there's the
clock,
clock, the seed clock, and then synthesizing the juice from club heads.
Okay. So Emphas, what's up,
Oh,
buddy?
that's Mingy. There we go. Okay, let's give him the stuff. It's time to eat a soup. The stream started.
Come back in 8 days. I gotta figure out these mushrooms.
By the 8 days later, Emphas is like dehydrated, standing over this big cauldron of mushroom broth that he's reduced to like 2 teaspoons of like glowing consommé. Okay. Now I have a 6, a 3, and a 2. Let's check at the trader and see if you're right about the Matsutake pack.
Yep, 3. 80 cryo, 3 batches.
Okay. Look how rich I am! Damn, I'm so
68.
rich. Okay.
Yeah, now it's no problem to invest in Bliss's shop.
Yeah, that's true. Who cares? I've got tons of money.
You could also use that 6 to collect spores.
You're right. Yeah, let's get big spores. There's nothing more important in this game than being a mushroom sage.
Nope, wrong one. Wrong one.
Oh, you're right. They're both into it. Hey.
Oh, only need one more.
You're right. Let's just go ahead and deposit these.
Yeah, and then you could throw your 3 into the forage for spores, and then drop the 2 in the commune for food, and then...
You're right, this brings me up to a 5.
Yeah.
Hey!
You got a little leftover spores for next
That's right.
time.
Now it's
That'll be a few
spaghetti
days.
time. Walking down the alley, clicking my heels, cause I'm gonna eat some fucking spaghetti.
All right, and now it's just where are you going?
To my
You
my
live in the
house.
commune.
My hovel.
You live in the commune. You don't need to stay in
No,
the ship.
I need to be alone tonight.
Make sure you use a scrap.
I've
Sell
got
that
those.
tip.
I've got those nasty spaghetti farts.
That
All
feels
right.
like you should sleep there even more then, because they're reaping what they sowed.
They need to know. This is
Whoa!
wow. This is an experience that will bond us as a collective. Smelling my rank cyber butt.
Okay, the downside here is I feel like there's no clocks that are up.
Surely there's something I can do.
Can you buy any scrap? Is that other ship in yet?
Does the other ship even sell scrap? This is incredible. Just a
No, it's here.
hey, haggle.
Oh, you can buy
can-
some. Oh, you can only buy 2 fragments, and then you'll have 3 enough to make a ship mine and then sell it.
Yeah, and if I get this discount, I'll get a lot more profit from it. Zoop.
32.
All right, so let's just get these 2. We'll make a ship mine. We'll sell it. I'm working arbitrages in this game. I'm a merchant. I'm a small business owner.
Yep, you passed it.
Yeah, I know. It's because my brain has big holes in it. From all of the mushroom juice I've been chugging to keep my body together.
All right, now flip it. Flip it.
Okay.
Profit.
Don't yell at me. I love the free market. I eat spaghetti at the commune, but I make my money on the market.
You could just buy some juice right now like it's nothing.
I could just play Tavla like it's nothing with this 4. Oh look, 24 cryo. I have 378. I'm unstoppable. I can't be stopped. I can't be harmed.
What a bad turn to get these dice for, though, honestly.
No child of man can kill me. What is it's engineer versus interface? I think I'm gonna level up.
Engineer next is what you were thinking.
So let's just. You know what? Let's get another job.
You want to put that last 6 into the restaurant?
Oh, you're right. The restaurant. Would have been nice if I had remembered that.
Almost done.
We're almost
you
done.
got energy from it.
I'm so energetic.
We should have used one of those 6s to do the hard task of collecting scrap, but it's too late now.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
Who cares?
Tomorrow some clocks should be up though.
Yeah. Tomorrow I'll have something to invest dice in, which means I'll have like 1 die.
You'll have 3 1s, a 3, and a 4.
All right, everyone. I ate 2 energy worth of bar peanuts today, so get ready to sleep under my bunk. I get the top bunk because I'm the richest kid in the commune. Wow.
Yeah. Wow, those suck.
Wow, the 6 and 2 special. Hi, Moritz.
Sleeper? Sleeper? Moritz is laid against the corridor.
What,
wall.
Moritz? I say getting out of bed and opening the door of the commune dormitory, unleashing a tide of cyborg butt stink.
It's time. He looks away. Big job just came in. Grand finale.
I'm ready.
Up for it. All right then, we are in business. He pushes away from the wall. This has to work, Sleeper. Has to. If it doesn't,
Is Blizz okay?
he frowns. I don't think so, but she isn't hiding that from anyone. Look, Bliss has had a rough time of it. I thought you of all people would understand that. He runs his hand through his hair. Sorry, I didn't mean to be.
Oh my
He
god, dude, it
smiles.
was just like I was trying to be concerned and caring.
Bliss is a
Bite
good
my
one.
freaking head off for it, Jesus.
Bliss is a good one. She gave me a chance. I owe her. He straightens up. I know you have your own things going on, Sleeper. We all do. But the Bay needs someone. Bliss needs someone. Hell, I need someone to help keep Bliss from spinning out completely.
Okay, I mean, have I ever let you down?
He
I've
scratches
finished
the side
every
of his
job
head.
you've ever given me before the clock is even half full.
Otherwise, there's not much I can do. He shakes his head. I would hate not to pay back my debts.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you'd hate that.
Mort stretches. I gotta get back. He nods and walks away. I'm out. See you up there.
Okay, Moritz. Don't let anyone give you any more stick and pokes. Alright, let's go help our desperate friends. Wow, look at this ship. Look at it.
Yeah.
It's ooh.
It's like Jean Jacket.
Yeah, it's like a big fish. A big exotic fish.
Let's see. Both are repeatable. And you have a 1+ in both.
Yeah. I mean, this one gives me the better value, so whatever. Wow.
Yeah, 3.
Look at how big this clock is.
And look how small the window to fuck up is.
Yeah. Oh, that's a big clock.
Oh!
Oh! Oh, baby! I'm taking it all.
Are you sure?
Yes. This is all we do today.
Only 2 pluses. You should probably pick up some food somewhere.
Okay.
Grab a ration or something.
God, I can't believe I'm about to pay
Oh.
money for food.
Rabia has to sign up.
Oh, Emphas won't
No.
feed me anything because he's too busy. He's too
He's
busy.
like, shop's closed.
Yeah, he's too busy stirring his big pot of dry mushrooms. As you enter Rabia's office, you hear voices. Is that Sabine? You push open the door. Sleeper, what good timing, Rabia calls out as you enter. I wanted to introduce you to someone. The man is standing at the center of the room, speaking quietly with Rabia. He turns as you come in. Meet Yannick.
Oh.
Sleeper, he nods. Been hearing good things from Robbie. He smiles an easy smile. God, look at this dude's steez.
Oh
Holy
my God.
shit. We can't defeat this man.
He has a sash.
He's got a pocket square.
That's like a cool flower thing.
Yeah, it's all
bee?
it's all
A
folded up.
bug?
It's folded up like a kidney. Good to meet you. Likewise, likewise. He waves a ringed hand. Now, Robbie, where were we? Actually, Rabia places a hand on your shoulder. The sleeper was what I wanted to talk to you about. She doesn't spare you a look. What is going on? Well, okay then. Yannick tucks his hands into his pockets. Go on. I'd like to recommend them to your ward. A tiny pause. They have shown themselves to be a capable ally here on the spoke side, but we have more than enough to run our territories. I hear the main block is proving more difficult. Yannick leans forward slowly. It's a mess, Robbie. He waits, his tinted glasses shimmering despite the lack of light in the unit. I can use them, he suddenly decides. Rabia smiles. Good to hear. I can immediately... Yannick cuts her off with a raised hand. 1 second. He steps one surprisingly light step closer to you. You eager to work, Sleeper? I know what this is. This is a con. I should just say yes. Yannick nods his head as if listening to music. Okay then.
I exist to work.
You suddenly are unsure if he is talking to you. Yeah, beep boop. I'm a robot. That concludes it. Yannick that concludes it. Yannick pronounces. Sleeper can come work in the ward anytime they like. You shoot Rabia a confused look. Rabia finally glances at you for a moment, but it is so fast you almost miss it. Good. I know you'll be happy with their work, Jan. Yannick reaches out and squeezes her shoulders. Sure, Robbie, he says. Now please, he says, turning to face you, let us old friends get back to it. He guides Rabia away, leaving you standing alone. You look to Rabia, but she is deep in conversation, and so, stunned and confused, you leave.
Man. Oh, now you got a new thing and a new drive.
Expose
Yannick. Yank his pants down.
It's a little weird that this drive straight up spoils, like, the thrust of the event that just happened. Although, like, I don't know, it was obvious to me as the reader that
yeah,
that was
I was
what
gonna say,
happening.
you could have intuited it.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Let's put my nun dice in it.
Nun dice.
Nun.
Get some lunch.
Wait, is that a clock? Okay, no.
Yeah, it's a clock.
Well, but it's a clock that's I'm supposed to fill with dice, not a clock that's filling on its own. Okay.
It's true.
Yeah. All right, let's go to Mingy. Oh no, Mingy we can't pay. We literally can't pay them to give us food. Mingy trades only in labor and cattle.
Only the restaurant and the other restaurant and the third restaurant buy you food.
All right, well.
The food's so cheap with that 20% off.
That's right. I'm unkillable. I've won this game. I'm in the post game now. I'm in New Game Plus. I'm steamrolling all the bosses.
Imagine being like this when we were doing.
Oh my god,
Flux.
The Flux, like DLC thing. Yeah, it's good that that doesn't really go anywhere. Because if it was just like a quest line, I destroyed through my incompetence, I would be pretty sad. All right, let's end the cycle.
See them dice.
Roll them bones. Wow.
You do. Wait, yeah, not great.
Not great. We're gonna have to use our reroll this cycle.
Do we know if one of the ships are back yet?
You're so desperate for scrap. You're gagging for scrap.
Well, you don't have any more meds right now.
Emphas is back.
Ooh.
Emphas is preparing the... Oh, that's right. You're Emphas.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
I'm out. I'm leaving the room.
Emphas is preparing the Matsutake caps. He cleans them carefully with the damp cloth before shaving the stalks as if he was sharpening a pencil. His knife slides through them.
He's been doing this for like a day.
Revealing the bright white of the flesh within.
Oh, you need me to operate it.
These are good, Sleeper. Very good, he says without looking up. I bartered with Mingy for some kelp too, so we can brew the dashi.
You know Mingy?
Emphas looks up from cutting with a smile. Everyone knows Mingy. Emphas slides the sliced Matsutake mushrooms to one side and takes out a closed pan. He opens the lid and you see the green wafer of kelp sitting in a bath of water. Been soaking it since last cycle, Emphas explains. Should be good to warm now.
Oh.
He places the pan over the burner and turns it on low. We have some time. He wipes his hands clean and throws the cloth over his shoulder. However, there is one difference this cycle, he smiles. You've been the one providing the ingredients, so it's my turn to provide a story. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Good. This story is important to me. He gestures for you to both sit on the folding stools behind the stall.
It's called That Time I Got Really High and Rode a Horse.
You see these? Emphas runs a hand over his forearm, tracing the circular scars that mark them like perfect bite marks. Conway called it an anchored interface rig, a mechanical control device for piloting a heavy-duty extraction suit in low-G industrial operations. We called it a bone suit.
Cool.
He points to a pattern of larger cycles on his shoulder. They drill in and anchor it here, then all the way down the arm. He taps each scar on the way. It maps mechanical movements to the suit exactly. A one-to-one mechanical replication. You swing your arm, the 2-ton arm swings too.
Sounds lit.
You should have seen the recruitment vids. Strong people in even stronger suits tearing through stone and scrap. Superheroes. Half my graduating year signed up from the company school to company shuttle. Conway from birth to death. He stares off into the distance for a moment, fighting with the memories. But the bone suits weren't good. The rate of failures was high. Failures meant arms torn off, ankles torn out, broken bones, bad stuff. So after a while, Conway discontinued them. No longer competitive, they said. He checks the broth, turning down the heat and adding the mushrooms. So there we were, hundreds of us with surgical alterations for suits that didn't work. They sent us home, back to that company colony that spat us out, to be cleaners, drivers, cooks. They gave us drugs for the pain and told us to make something of ourselves.
Woof.
When I deserted, bribing some passing spacers to take me into orbit, there were only me and a couple of others left. The rest just faded away. Arthritis, osteoporosis. They folded in on themselves like paper lanterns. That was my generation.
Christ.
The anchor points still ache, still burn. He touches the scars. But what burns worse is the betrayal. I've been on the eye a long time now, but that will never fade. Not that, and not the faces of my friends. Memphis reaches over and sprinkles a handful of leaves into the broth. It is ready.
Thanks for sharing this, bro.
Thank you for listening to me. I will not let their story die. And as long as I am telling it, it will remain. Memphis pours the broth into a double-walled metal bowl and hands it to you. The heat radiates through your hands, and the smell drifts up, rich and sharp, like a pine forest after the rain. You drink the broth slowly, chewing the matsutake and thinking. Memphis busies himself with cleaning the pans and the bowl, sealing the kelp back up for another day. Then, he quietly comes to sit with you a while. You finish your meal. Neither of you speak, preferring instead to let the story linger in the air a little longer. It's not that there's nothing to say. It's that sometimes in moments after something, speaking breaks the spell. So you both idle, eager to be in each other's company, Memphis taking longer over his cleaning, his packing, and you savoring the final dregs of the broth. When you finally finish and hand him the bowl, you feel the spell break, and the story leaves you both. And as you leave, you know that the both of you are somehow a little more empty, and a little more full.
Truly, this is why humans should go to space. Not to see what's there or whatever, not to mine asteroids. Humans should go to space so they can tell each other fucking brutal stories and be cool guys. Be cool guys sitting in silence next to each other.
Look, they should go to space to be...
basically just play out sci-fi Yakuza scenes.
Yeah, go to space to be, abused and thrown out by space corporations. And then talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
What do you want to use that 6 on? There's more. There's Bliss and more.
It's commune. Just gonna I'm gonna eat spaghetti super good today. They're gonna give me. They're gonna give me a trophy that says
engineers too now.
That says best spaghetti boy. Maybe I should have bumped interface, considering we actually have a clock where it's relevant, but
the only one was engage and was engineer and engage were available for 3s.
Yeah. Well, we're almost done.
It's almost done.
Let's do this.
Well,
what, Pat?
Well, that's not going to be enough.
I know it's not going to be enough. So we don't need to eat spaghetti today. These dice are truly useless. I guess we can hack.
Yeah, we can't buy scrap, right?
Depends on whether there's any ships in.
Oh!
Hey.
Scrap freighter's here.
The ice cream truck has arrived.
Yay!
Give me my metal ice cream.
Drain the scrap gutters.
Take every bar. Every push pop. Ship mine fragment.
God damn it. We don't want that.
No, we love it. Okay, we already got these guys.
Yeah, we drained the scrap gutters today.
Yeah. Yeah, really put our mouths on the scrap tube and slurped. Okay, now let's do some hacking. Hey. Great. What about you? Hey. We've done it. We've made the best of it.
Yeah, you want to go cash in all the Yatagan data?
Okay.
I don't know, you could buy some slurp juice if you wanted.
For my apes?
Well, you know.
I hear I can use 2 of those on 1 ape.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I heard that guy was dead wrong and you can't use 2 of those on 1 ape.
Well, if you drink enough slurp juice for your ape, you eventually can perform on stage with it at the VMAs.
Man, fuck. That's so funny. It's just so funny. Like, truly, there has been no clearer demonstration that celebrities should not be considered, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Luminaries for the direction society should go in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Alright.
You gonna feed the cat?
Yeah, I'm gonna feed the cat. Enjoy. A prego. Enjoy the Italian robot's fancy cat feast.
The crackers.
I'm an Epicurean now. Now that I've drunk a lot of matsutake broth while listening to a tragic tale. Come on.
Let's go.
Come on, get my startup off the ground.
The atmosphere in the airlock is euphoric. You and Bliss keep grinning at each other like idiots. Exhausted, blinded, sore, aching idiots. Sleeper! That was incredible!
Did we fuck?
She punches you on the arm. I never thought we were going to make it. Those idiots tangled the whole thing up like nothing I've ever seen.
We make a good team, Bliss.
Bliss smiles a winning smile. As the lock's inner doors clunk open, Moritz gives a rare whoop. Whoop, whoop. Whoop.
I love this version of Moritz's portrait, too. He looks so fucking savage.
He looks exhausted, too, and for good reason. Moritz has been the one ferrying tools and parts back and forth from the ship. His tired smile tells you he's glad it's done. Sleeper? Bliss? He shakes his head. Impressive. When I saw that ship come in, I thought there was no way. Why, thank you, Moritz.
She winks googly eye.
For believing in us. Moritz rolls his eyes. You know what I mean. Take the compliment. He shoulders some of the gear that came back in with you and Bliss and heads to the racks to stow it. Bliss turns to you. I think you should be the one to do the honors.
Had to roll it back.
She nods to the ragged-looking console that Moritz assembled. I don't want to jinx it. She smiles, but you can see she's genuinely nervous.
Don't worry.
I'll stop worrying when the chits are in my hands, and I'm giving them to a gimbal bartender.
I have to feed my alcoholism!
You slide over to the console and check the screen. It takes a second to see what you're doing through the flickering and cracked display, but after a moment you see the accounts. And there it is, almost 1,000 cryos sat in the base transfer account.
Boom, baby.
Well, Bliss calls, have we be screwed again?
We did it! Look at all these apes! We got slurp juice for days, Bliss.
Bliss kicks off the floor and spins up into the bay, shouting as she does. Ah! The noise takes Moritz by surprise, and he knocks a rack of parts, scattering handfuls of metal fixing across the bay. The sight is something. Glinting steel catching the work lights with glitter. Sorry, says Bliss, grinning when she comes back down. I needed that.
The puppet like settles back onto the hand that's operating it.
She kicks off and joins you at the terminal. Moritz even managed to sell that produce. We made a tiny profit. Eventually, she laughs. Here. She loads a stack of blank chits into the terminal and transfers a chunk of the cryo to him. This is your cut. Bliss hands you the chits. Thank you for believing in this place. She looks away and smiles. Even when I couldn't.
A mystical rainbow appears.
How much cash? How much cash? When you first met me...
Yeah, don't count those coins yet. Bliss got a monologue.
I was on the edge of giving up. All it would have taken was one more push, but
I was staring into the abyss.
Now this place is sparking again. Work is coming in. There are funds in the accounts. Even Moritz has sprung his step.
Anything is funny coming through this puppet voice. Like just a puppet rhapsodizing about how they're in the black. So good.
You both look over at him, happily racking the tools. That's because of you. She punches you on the arm. He likes you.
He seems like a good kid. He just needs to stay away from the stick and pokes.
He isn't bad, is he? She leans in closer. You know he came here looking to rob the place?
Bliss.
I gave him a job instead.
Bliss.
She laughs.
There are limits to being credulous.
I just thought it might help you understand the kid. Moritz looks to you, and both Bliss and you awkwardly wave. Maybe it's time to change the subject.
What now?
From here on out, it's going to be a little easier. I'm going to look for some component contract stuff that will keep us inside the bay, not out in the black. No need to risk our necks if we don't need to.
I felt the cold touch of death several times working on that solar sail.
Do you want to cash out? That's fine. There'll always be work for here when you need it.
This one's missing its left quote. Ding!
She smiles and then out of nowhere quickly gives you a hug. She steps back and glances around reflexively. Take care! She says softly.
You too.
Sorry, I gotta do it again. Take care.
Is this the peak of romance in this game? Did Bliss and I just do romance? That like quick awkward hug?
You turn to leave. And sleeper!
Yes.
She smiles. Don't spend that all at once!
It's $32! What'd I get?
Oh,
an upgrade point. That's worth more than gold.
You have $706.
Oh, hon. All right. Oh, there's one last job coming in.
Mm-hmm.
And I can use my massive engineer score to get cryo. Although it's actually still not as profitable as Tavla. Being a pro gambler is shit.
Yeah, but it's one last job, man.
One last job. All right, let's work at the bar. You seem to be excited about the bar. Let's work at the stupid bar.
Where everybody knows your name.
Come on.
That's very funny.
Fine. Take this 6.
Hey, at least you still have your reroll.
I do. Let's see what it does for us. Nothing. Literally swaps our dice.
Spaghetti dice.
Yeah, you got one spaghetti dice and one hack dice. The Girol slides from the bottle into the lumpy recycled glass, a pale grassy yellow under the Overlook's warm lights. The spacer nods and takes the drink, bringing it up to their face in both hands like an offering bowl. This is the good stuff. The stuff Tala says is aged in wooden casks, stored in some closed-off part of the old station, among corroded wires and softly looping systems. Though sometimes it is hard to tell if Tala is joking. Either way, you like pouring this stuff. It gets on your fingers, and if you rub them together, you can smell the mossy drink, cut through with aniseed, mushrooms, wood, as the alcohol evaporates. You like those who order it, too. The aged Girol is kept beneath the bar, open to order only by those who know it's there, like the quiet spacer sitting at the bar right now. This is like a lot of this is straight out of Yakuza. Like, this is one of those Japanese small bar fantasies, straight from the Yakuza games. Of course I busy myself. Of course I start wiping glasses with stuff. Just wiping glasses with any rag I can find. There we go. You pull a rag from your overalls and wipe down the bar. The Girol smell lifting, then disappearing into the stale station air. The Overlook is quiet this cycle, the salvagers busy offloading, the regulars likely at the Ort Exchange or queuing for work at the Havenage shipyards. You are in the right mood for a quiet shift. Some cycles drag along, the Overlook empty and claustrophobic, but this one has caught you just right. And in this moment, some kind of calm has descended as you tinker away at the bar, lining up the bottles as your thoughts expand to fill the space. Suddenly you hear a heavy clunking at the door. It creaks open and a huge cylindrical metal tank tumbles through, slamming onto the floor. Shit! Tala breezes in from behind it, a whirl of hair and bright eyes. Shit! Tala? Sleeper! She ducks behind the bar and comes over. Can you help me with this? You look at the huge metal tank suspiciously. I'm coming, I'll say, because she's technically my employer. You come around the bar and get to one side of the tank. Okay, says Tala. On my count. 1, 2, 3. You both heave the tank up to standing. Somehow. You hold it in place, struggling to keep it steady. Where's this going? In the back, comes a voice from behind the tank. Somehow you manage to lug the huge thing into the back room where you place it in one corner, dwarfing the rest of the contents in the cramped space. As you do, you hear a crunch. You stand back and look at the expired rations oozing out from under the tank. Oh. The expired rations, I'm now realizing, are just all a sort of savory custard. Just big cubes of custard.
That's what you've been snacking on.
Oh shit, Tala looks at you apologetically. I know you like those. Good riddance, Tala smiles. Oh, good. I thought maybe liking expired rations was some kind of sleeper thing. No, I'm poor and desperate, or was poor and desperate. Now I'm rich and powerful and full of communist spaghetti.
I only work here to pity you and your clocks.
Yeah, I only work here because I just want some friends. You push the crushed rations to one side. That's the end of that. Tala looks exhausted and rubs her shoulders. Francis, I swear to... Francis? I mentioned him already. My guy on the door deals with suppliers. You know, tall. She sighs. He was supposed to be back from Etienne's up in the Greenway by now. Back with our Girol. She leans against the tank. It seems like he's got lost again. Or joined the Haifa commune. No, I'm in the Haifa commune. I would know. I have Dutch oven to every other commune member. We need that Girol. There's 4 other bars near here, and the spaces sure as hell don't come to the Overlook for the ambiance. She looks through the open door to check if anyone can hear her. She knocks on the hollow tank. So I'm taking matters into my own hands, she smiles. Welcome, sleeper, to the Overlook Distillery. You look around the dank back room. Needs some work. She picks at some paint flaking from the metal walls. Well, I might need some help, though, she shrugs. You up for it? She knocks on the tank again. Could be fun. I don't know, I guess running a bioreactor seems cool. Happy to help.
Yeah.
Okay. She grabs you by the shoulders. I'm excited. She turns around and looks at the tank. I reckon we chop this thing in half. One half for fermentation, the other we turn into a still. We also need to gather the ingredients. Okay. I don't know what vessels are required for fermentation and distilling.
Especially of mushrooms.
I would think that there's a lot of pressure involved in fermentation, so you want a sealed thing, right? She turns back and looks at you. You look more like a chopper than a gatherer, she smiles. So how about you build the still in the tub while I work on the rest? Wait, I'm a mushroom sage. I have tons of mushrooms. I'm a huge gatherer.
No, you're the mushroom whisperer too.
Yeah. Oh wait, Sleeper. I have an idea. Tala is grinning now, and it's making you nervous. To make up for the rations, how about we put a kitchen in here too? Jesus Christ! Will it fit? We'll make it work. She turns back to the tank. This is gonna be great, she says to herself. You look at the dented tank in the bare room. At least she has vision. Tala nudges you out of the back room and closes the door. As you go back to the bar, you hear the banging and thumping begin.
Bonk, bonk, bonk.
It's actually not Tala, it's the spacer just whapping the glass on the counter. Like, damn, this is good! The spacer finishes up their drink and nods in your direction as they leave. You can't quite tell if it's a gesture of sympathy or good luck. So much for a quiet shift. Great.
And that kitchen will allow you to do a thing you've never been able to do so far, despite having 4 homes.
Cook meth?
Cook food.
Oh. Oh, and it's engineer. I can make this a 4. Incredible.
Yeah, easy peasy.
One of those dice is a sketty dice. Let's see what we got.
Oh.
Hey.
And you can flip that at the tavern place.
That's right. Now it's time. We can go ahead and sell that.
Yeah. No reason to hold on.
There we go. Now it's time.
How does it feel?
Now it's time to give the commune the absolute dregs of my daily labor. It's time to give them just my lowest effort.
Bro, they are just happy that you're here.
They're just happy to see a happy boy eating spaghetti.
There's nothing they love more than a spaghetti boy.
That's right. Oh, might as well just go to sleep.
Yeah, we don't have any more scrap.
Yeah. But who cares? I'm rich.
Yeah, you could just sell that ship mine fragment if you wanted.
I don't need my
Like
life-saving
$30.
medicine. I don't need my insulin. I'm rich.
Well, you're out of scrap. But you can get more scrap at that top compass.
Yes.
That you just passed.
Yeah, I can. But it only gives me 1 scrap at a time, so it always feels like kind of a waste, you know?
Well, unless you did one of those a day. Like, dedicated one of your dice to them.
Yeah, I don't know. That just seems lame. Cause like,
Then you'd be
if I do that,
supply.
if I do that, I'm effectively like, I have 4 dice because I'm always using one of my dice on scrap. So there's no difference between doing that and just having 4 dice. I think I'd rather just like buy stabilizer when I need it, because buying stuff doesn't take a die. Here, let's do it now. Look, it's so tasty.
You only
so
need to
fresh.
use that tonight because you're on your last pip.
Oh, I am? Yes, I am.
Dice. So what do you want to do?
Let me check on my
What's the
mushroom
mushrooms
garden.
at? They must be filled if
Mushrooms are
a +2.
are ready to go. Hey,
Ooh.
club heads.
And a Matsutake.
Yeah. The club heads
Why don't you
mean that I'm 1 step closer to this. And what does this mean? Oh, this is the gardener
2 more
seed.
cycles.
Yeah. Okay. So should I just do some work for Yannick?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's do this and then re-roll.
Yeah, or you could use one of those 3s on something you +2 in.
No.
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 You've made your decision.
Yeah. I mean, one of these dice is sketty dice. Oh no, actually, Thrill Seeker is I'm getting full up on thrills.
So see if you can hack.
Yeah. Let's do some hacking. Okay.
So there's a question of like when to do the one, or was that one last Java clock that was ticking up?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Okay, that's...
Havenage agent.
Thank
Now
you
you
for
gotta-
the data.
Yeah, do one at Fangs and one at the Tavla.
Yeah, Tavla's up here. There we go. Great. A meager 10 cryo. Whatever.
I mean, look, you're basically just trying to figure out how to spend time.
Yeah.
So,
Yes,
killing time.
I'm just turning shitty dice into small amounts of money. And honestly, if I took that that interface perk, or what is
Yeah.
it? It's
you get $20 per.
yeah. So I might take that next, because that is actually a pretty good way to dispose of shitty dice.
How many points do you have?
1.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have
Not
1
two
point.
yet. Make sure to use your meds.
Make sure I feed the kitty.
Feed the kitty.
Ooh ooh.
Sometimes they'll let you stroke them, sometimes not.
That's cat stuff. And cycle.
Yeah. My dogs are never not down to be petted. I don't even need to give them crackers. In fact, I'm not allowed to give them crackers.
It may surprise you to learn this, but your dogs are not cats.
You can't get anything else from that ship, right?
From what ship? Oh, from the ship I can purchase stuff from?
Yeah.
This guy? Nah.
Yeah, you can't.
Let's do one of these. And let's see if I can get any good dice. Yes.
Oh, I was gonna say the bar stuff is engineer, right?
Yeah. It's engineering because she just sort of randomly decided that would be my job.
Oh, and you got a random scrap item from your perk.
Hey!
So you can repair yourself tonight.
Yeah. Let's do more Yannick stuff.
And then get some spaghetti.
Well, first we gotta do a cutscene. You almost laugh when you see it. The same small recorder. Stuck to a different wall this time. Written across the fluorescent tape is that familiar word, sleeper. You grab it quickly. Rabia says sorry. Sabine's voice sparks up once again. She said she didn't have time to brief you before setting you up with the old man. She could have briefed me in the last 4 days while I was becoming this old man's #1 guy. I'm sure you've got the play by now. Earn his trust, work the block. Then we need you to get into his office. A pause. It's risky, but obviously you are the only one of us he doesn't already know. Well, I'm glad to hear it's risky and not dangerous.
Yeah.
Either way,
That's good.
we need to locate the link to SNR. You hear a shout in the background of the recording. Rabia says be careful. Oh, are you guys hanging out a lot lately? Sabine continues. The data suggests there's some relay processing the implant data and sending it to SNR, but we can't lock down its position. Either he's moving it, or it's moving itself, or it's rerouting through other relays. We can't understand it. Maybe you can find some details on it in his office. Once he trusts you, you should be able to get close enough to get in the office. You'll only get 1 shot. The recording creaks and whines. That's the final piece of the puzzle to end this. A pause. Good luck, Sleeper. I'm sorry, too. Be safe. The recording clicks off, leaving you in silence. You pocket the recorder, just in case, and walk away. Looks like it's up to you. Only I can sneak into this old man's office. Yo, what if I just threw a 1 in this?
That would be so funny. But no, that's the sketty dice.
Yeah, everyone knows. Everyone knows that if you think you've got like four 5s in you and 1 1, you put the 1 in the collective labor. You put the 1 in the group project. All right.
Just go to sleep, or make sure you repair yourself.
Yeah. Let's Tetsuo up. Yeah, feels good.
Time to sleep.
Feels good to drill this screw right into my forehead.
My eyebrow's falling off, so I...
What? Oh
Big
my
friend.
god! The dice!
Roll.
Oh my
I guess spend that
goodness.
4 somewhere. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Rico's got the gardener.
Granny's dirty.
Rico has something in her hands when you enter the lab. It looks like a knotted twist of woody stems, a ring about the circumference of a human head consisting of a single stalk at one side and a branched woven network at the other. As you approach, she holds it up, and in the lights of the lab, it looks like a crown. Rico finishes your thought. She smiles and shakes her head in disbelief. Really? You can see it as well as I. Rico looks past the twist of stems at you.
Are you Jesus?
And that is what it appears to be. She points to a lump on the edge of the ring. The seed grew right back into itself, twisted up out of the soil. That being you encountered in the cloud, as you call it, was it wearing one of these? She eyes you suspiciously, still unsure if she is somehow embroiled in an overlong prank. No. She sighs. I suppose that would be too easy. She smiles to herself. A root crown. She places the object on the bench and shuffles to her analysis terminal, her face lit by its amber light in the dim corner of the lab. Put it on, Rico! Dang! Well, it isn't exactly a plant anyway, not from what I can tell. She gives you a serious look. No leaves, no chloroplasts, just a series of filaments encased in cellulose walls. How did it grow? It seems the seed contained everything it needed. A self-contained entity, nothing
Just
less.
a big chia pet. Or one of those dinosaur eggs.
I just put it in water and it expanded in size by 24 times. She beckons you over. But that isn't the good part. Look at this. You see a cross-section scan of the crown, its layers of plant-like structure on full view until you reach the center. There, instead of xylem and phloem for transporting nutrients, something branched and woven glints. Are those wires? She laughs. I'm not sure whether to say yes or no here. Those are like wires, like those in an electrical system, no, but they are... Oh, these are not wires like those in an electrical system, no, but they are filaments of a conductive material. So, yes? She leans closer to the screen. But you see those branches? They remind me of dendrites or neurons. She rubs her eyes. Which is, frankly, ridiculous. You look back at the crown on the table as Rico fusses over the scans, and you suddenly realize what it reminds you of. You remember signing the forms, the walk to the sleeper tanks, the cold metal floor. Then you remember the crown they fitted you with, the branching structure of wires and pads. No, not a crown. They called it an interface. The tool of your emulation, your transference from neurons to electrons. An interface. That is your gift from Gardner. You turn back to Rico. It's an interface. Rico looks at you, puzzled. Something clicks in her mind. Perhaps something she heard from the sleeper she had helped all those cycles ago. She starts talking, partly to you, partly to herself. If the club heads were made for you, then this too could be made for you. For your frame. She shuffles over quickly to the interface, a word that has stuck to this strange branched object quickly in your mind.
We'll put you in a slightly smaller sleeper.
We're going to make you a big mushroom. It's time to become the real mushroom sage. You think you like mushrooms now? Prove it. You are right. That entity. It is the entity I've been looking for. She shuffles quickly to the crown. They're the entity that's been controlling the Greenway, which has been maintaining it, supporting it, and has been guiding it for all these decades. She stops to catch her breath. They want to talk with you. Rico leads you to a seat. I will be here, Sleeper. If something happens, if you wish me to remove the crown, the interface, just squeeze. She grips your hand tightly. You meet her eyes, clouded with age, but bright with the thrill of new discovery. Then she places the interface on your head and everything blinks out. She doesn't even ask permission. She, in fact, does it with a kung fu move. You have no time to react. Back into the river, back into the dark flow. But something is different now. You are no longer pushed, no longer blocked and buffeted by the storm. Instead, it flows around you. You move and it parts, letting you pass. Something else resists, but it gives easily enough. You look back and see your body. You have left it behind. Somewhere, Rico's voice is talking to you, asking you questions. It is excited, eager, desperate to know what lies on the other side, what the entity has to say to you. You realize how long she has waited for this moment, for the moment of meeting between the inhabitants of the Greenway and its protector, and yet she's still on the outside. You shake off the sadness. You will be her eyes. Then you see the figure, the gardener, out in the storm, planting. It takes less than a moment to reach them. You have never felt so free. This is how Navigator must have felt, released from their prison. This, you think, is what it feels like to be in the place you were built to inhabit. Gardner does not turn at your approach. They go on planting, but their voice whispers in the waters like a sharply rising current. You grew the gift. Their speech hisses around you. Good. I am glad. I wanted to meet you. Then we are the same, both eager shoots seeking one another. How does it feel to be free of your seed? They stoop to plant again. My seed? That in which you are contained, from which you will grow. There was some disagreement, continues Gardner, as if you are picking up on a long-held conversation, with the others. They felt you were a danger, but they are always cautious, especially the fungi. They like old loam, known knowns, wide and stable networks. The fungi were cautious? Mostly yes, although there are many among their number who favor short growth cycles, thick nutrient veins, and sudden shifts. He gestures out into the storm, and though you cannot see them, you feel presences all around, sensing this audience with great interest. After all, they understood that it was I who made them their crowns, and without them they would not have joined the chorus. So they see that it is there only fair that you get your chance to join too. You made more crowns. I made them all. Gardner moves away a little, looking for another planting spot. It was so lonely here, but before long I found them and began to let them in. Gardner stoops again. We are millions, and we grow. I hope you understand. I am unused to speaking to your kind. It has been many cycles from my last conversation. I think it was with Chief Executive Trellick himself. You look around and you see it. Every growing thing, every non-human being in the Greenway is here. They are networked, connected, branched, and linked by this strange being, this artifact of the old station. The impossible dream of a senile farm administration AI, a living network. You could dissolve here, you realize, free of that decaying body. You wouldn't need to be a person. Why would you, among all these other minds? You turn away from the gardener for a moment and look back at your body. A tiny hairline thread connects it to you. You hear Rico's voice again, still asking, still checking in. Are you okay, Sleeper? What are they saying, Sleeper? Are you still there, Sleeper? Something in you sighs a long sigh. A sigh that speaks of an exhaustion beyond tiredness, an exhaustion rooted deep inside you. It stems from the effort of answering questions, of answering problems, of getting up and breathing each cycle. But something else resists the sigh, a yearning, a sense of distance, a desire to squeeze that hand that holds you for its warmth, its blood, its complexity, to make a gesture that says, I'm still here, I'm still alive, I'm with you. These two ideas spin within you, making you nauseous. If you break that thread, you'll be free. Free to dissolve here, to grow strange and beautiful among a million others. If you follow it, if you squeeze Rico's hand, you will wake up, back in that dying body, with all the pain and warmth that entails. Now is the moment to choose. I mean, this feels like I end the game if I break the thread.
It's true.
Wow. Wow, what a way to go. Maybe later. Follow the thread.
You won't be able to come back.
Oh, well, whatever.
Yeah, there you go. This choice, you realize, will not be presented again.
Oh. It doesn't, art thou sure? Well, let's see. I want to see the end of the Yatagan thing. But that's about it.
So what you can do, if you were to break the thread, you get an ending, and then you can load back into the same cycle.
Oh, let's see it. You reach down and pinch the thread. The finality of this moment descends on you. Break it. You pluck the thread like a string. It snaps. Nothing changes. You stand at a point of stillness. No, you don't stand. You have no legs, no body. You are a point of stillness, a point in the flow. Your mind fizzes. 1,000 new shoots break through the soil. They entwine with you, embrace you. Some part of you decays, while something else feeds from that decay. The spores of your new thoughts float away in shifting clouds and settle in new soil. Then you see Gardner up there, still planting, and they stop, like an old man resting in the fields, and they turn to face you. And you join the chorus, and together you sing the song of growing things. Hell yeah, we are a plant now. Mushroom sage ending. Honestly, I feel like this is a good place to stop, because it's been 2 hours, and we did just become the ultimate mushroom sage.
Okay, yeah.
Let's watch the credits once.
I like this song.
Yeah, and I want to let these names roll by, because this is a good-ass game, and I think it's good practice. If you're making entertainment out of someone else's work, I think you should, credit them. And this is a good way to do it.
Watch the credits, everyone.
Well, I mean, you don't have to watch the credits when you're just playing games on like alone at home.
But then
I meant like if you're making a derived work, like streaming. Oh, nice. Do you think that's what they? Oh, that's the name of a company. Okay. I was hoping that was what they called QA testers. Are y'all ready to hunt for treasure again today?
Yeah, and also that's the end of the credits.
Wow, they really
very small team worked on Citizen Sleeper.
Yeah, they really made a game. They really did it.
Mm-hmm.
Games by Gareth Damian Martin. Is that? I mean, there was definitely more than one person on the main dev team. Is this guy like the lead writer or what?
Yeah, I think so.
It's a pretty cool logo.
Yeah.
I like the wide letters.
So now if you hit continue.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll just let me go from 61.
Yeah, so I think you'll still have to do it, but you'll be able to go back.
Sure.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I mean next time we can follow the thread back and
wrap stuff up.
We'll just see what's up with Rico after she learns that the gardener wanted us to join its big root system of brains.
Yeah, I think you'll definitely want to check out Moritz's last job.
Okay.
Or Bliss's last job, rather. I don't know why I prioritize Moritz, the literal.
The employee, the only one who's not an owner of the business. Mm-hmm. Although we should probably cut Moritz in. I mean. Seriously, it's a weird dynamic to just be two business owners with one employee. You should figure out some way to get more its equity.
Make this a fucking co-op.
Exactly. Make every business a co-op. Don't read The Fountainhead. Don't read Atlas Shrugged. Do not listen to Ayn Rand. Make everything a co-op.
I'm going to say something about The Fountainhead.
Okay.
Everything would have been way better off for everyone if it was a co-op.
Yeah, I mean, The Fountainhead isn't... The Atlas Shrugged is the one that deals directly with the attempted collectivization of a business, right?
Like,
and how stupid and shitty it is, and how you need a strong Ubermensch to make a big building.
I mean, I bet Ayn Rand would hate it in both, but at least if it was a co-op, he would have had something to say in like what was going on in the building, so he would not have to blow it up.
Oh, right. The Fountainhead is the one about the guy building a big building. Okay.
And that he blows up.
Yeah.
Because it's his.
Yeah, because it's his building. He gets to decide whether it blows up or not. No one else is using the building. Come on.
It's like a fucking 20-page long speech he gives
about why he gets to blow up the building. Nice.
Yes.
Man, if only. If only Ayn Rand had written about like a more realistic scenario and the guy was just like a slumlord who was trying to sell the land to developers and he was just like kicking 80-year-old women out of their apartment or just like letting gas leaks persist so they were forced to leave.
I mean, it's about an architect, so it's like literally someone who's like not even involved in the construction.
Right. Literally
He's out
not
there
even
making.
not
He's
even the
making
person who
fucking.
would own the Capitol.
He's fucking out there doing avant-garde gas stations for people.
Man,
Um, yeah,
Ayn Rand was such a simp.
yeah. He's supposed to be. I believe he's supposed to be like Frank Lloyd Wright, but you know what Frank Lloyd Wright never did?
What? Blow up his
Blow up
own
any
buildings?
buildings.
Yeah, he
It's
never
kind of.
did that.
It is also kind of crazy.
And he
to me
worked
that,
almost exclusively for hyper rich people.
Yeah.
Like Frank
It's
Lloyd
kind
Wright
of-
wasn't working for himself.
Yeah, it's also kind of
Well,
insane
except when he
to
built
me-
his own house.
It's kind of insane to me that Ayn Rand looked at a Frank Lloyd Wright house and was like, "I think that's cool."
Why is that insane? Anyone who looks at a Frank Lloyd Wright house thinks it's cool. Frank Lloyd Wright, you can project any value system onto Frank Lloyd Wright.
That's interesting. They're like a little too brutalistic for me to believe that. To think like when I look at that, I kind of like there's an aspect of brutalism, the like sharp cubic features.
I mean, Frank Lloyd Wright predated brutalism. I think like Le Corbusier came after Frank Lloyd Wright. I'm pretty sure, but I see what you mean. Yeah, it's angular, but I think it has just enough ostentation, and it references traditional architecture just enough that it has really broad appeal. Like I don't know if I've ever met anyone who was like, yeah, I hate Frank Lloyd Wright's designs.
I'm just like
Unless do you want to
surprised.
come out as the ultimate contrarian right now?
No. I don't have any beef with Frank Lloyd Wright. I just like am surprised that Ayn Rand isn't like the type of like social warrior that goes like, we should have Greek statues instead of columns.
Oh, I mean, Ayn Rand came before conservatism had reached quite that level of degeneracy.
Well, no, because remember, Ayn Rand is a fucking. She's one of those fucking what you can call it. She was a fucking communist turncoat, right? She grew up in fucking Russia, and she fled because she loved capitalism.
She was a white
the
Russian?
Western world.
Was she a white Russian or a defector?
I think she was just like a Russian person who moved.
Okay. Yeah.
But she hated communism because of it.
Right. I don't see why that would make her like a Greek bust trad.
I just feel like if you are being very contrarian to like the Russian ideas of what you left behind, you'd be like,
oh, you'd be very anti-concrete, maybe. Yeah. You'd be like everything's got to be artisanal, maybe. I don't know.
What if it was just what if we just lived in big statues?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to completely deny Ayn Rand's, like, I don't like Ayn Rand, but I'm not going to completely deny her capacity for nuance. I'm sure not every idea she ever had was completely nonsensical and stupid.
Yeah. The Fountainhead's like an okay book for a bit of it, and then it kind of goes off the rails.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason those books got popular. I'm sure they're competently written. But they're like also so big. I have no desire to read. So I'll just trust your review.
Yeah, the Fountainhead is 750 pages.
Good God.
Yeah. But I will tell you this, one positive note. That book opens with him just being nude at a lake.
Do any of her super strong Ubermensch characters just straight up have a big dick? Is that ever just described?
So in the Fountainhead...
Is that what the Fountainhead is? It's this huge
In the
hog.
Fountainhead, when he becomes a laborer, he ends up raping the wife of the person he's laboring for.
That's bad.
So well that she becomes in love with him.
I don't like that.
It's fucking wild. It's not even like ambiguous. It's not even like subtle. It's just like in the text.
That really sucks.
Yeah, and she falls in love with him. So I feel like the dick gotta be good.
Yeah. Who cares if it may or may not be big? At the very least, it's quality. All right. Well, I'm glad we settled that question.
Yeah, I know you walked into that one. Sure.
Yeah, I really did. Dug a big hole and buried myself.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah,
it sucked.
Mm-hmm.
In good news, you probably saw this, but my machine's working.
Yeah,
it's doing it. It's doing the thing. I'm cutting out a chair with a CNC machine, and it's working. Okay, let's close out the stream. Let's do plugs. We have a podcast, Never Relevant Podcast. It's a podcast where we talk over movies, and you start the podcast at the same time as the movie. If you're familiar with MST3K or familiar with this concept, just imagine MST3K but like way worse,
or better.
It's a cool DIY MST3K.
Yeah, we don't way better.
We don't play softball where we give you the movie and the commentary track pre-synced. You gotta sync it yourself. Like a self-reliant Randian Ubermensch.
No, that isn't uncommon.
What is uncommon?
That part's not uncommon. Most things
like riff tracks and stuff.
Yeah, and like Red Letter Media puts out like it's just an audio track.
What's our key distinctive, Pat? Just that we're such pieces of shit.
We watch a lot of movies.
That's right. We watch more. All those other audio commentary media, they don't watch enough movies. They watch too little movies. We watch more movies.
If you looked at our episode count,
yeah,
I feel like we're probably...
You can say objectively that we watch a lot of movies.
I feel like we're probably...
You're about to say that we're probably the podcast with the most episodes in the world, and I agree.
I was going to say, like, we probably have more episodes than Riff Tracks, but there's a lot of Riff Tracks. They watch a lot of movies, too.
Turns out we're not special. Turns out we don't have the right to blow up our own building.
Yeah, when they watched The Grudge, we've never watched The Grudge. When they watched Top Gun, they did it in 2006.
Wow. Is that something we should be thinking about? Is that something? Should that cause us to pause and reflect? I think not.
No. There's so much stuff on this list that I would never want us to watch, like Casablanca.
Oh God.
And the Star Wars Holiday Special.
Yeah. Well, imagine if Riff Tracks had no production value. There.
I feel like we have production value.
Oh no, we don't, dude.
We have good microphones.
Yeah, but like, okay, we have. we have all the tools we need to make a podcast. I don't know if that really constitutes production value. Like I do straight up like one pass editing. I just fucking I EQ the tracks. It's some real inside baseball, probably to our what's the word I'm looking for? Denigration. I'm just gonna tell everyone how crappy this show is. I do one pass editing. I just fucking EQ, compress, limit the tracks. I only go through the podcast to edit stuff in or out if I know that Hugh's like taking a phone call from his mom in the middle of the podcast. That's it. Otherwise, it's all like maybe the beginning gets a little attention, the end gets a little attention, then it's all just raw improv. And none of us are professional improvisers. We're not even good at it. So enjoy our crappy podcast.
I feel like the podcast might make us professional.
Really?
Like there's so much of the podcast. I feel like if you were willing to put the podcast on a resume, you would be able to use the fact that there's like 400 episodes of Never Relevant out there.
Pat, I had no idea you were so pod-pilled. I had no idea you were so up on the pod, considering I am nothing but down on the pod every time I talk about it.
Look, professionalism tends to be indicated in like the art world as like published material, and technically speaking, the Never Relevant podcast is published.
God,
or even on Spotify.
I love this. I love this rubric of just like if I draw 900 smiley faces, I'm a professional artist. And you know what?
Right?
Maybe I am. That's honestly really impressive. Drawing that many smileys.
I mean, think of it this way: every single person on An Archive of Our Own received a Hugo.
That's pretty cool. Okay, well...
And that's just uploading a fucking thing onto a website, so...
Yeah. Alright,
like,
well...
But the problem is that we are too ashamed.
Really? It's just that we're not bold enough?
Yeah, I feel like we're too ashamed to put the podcast on our resumes.
Oh, sure. That's certainly what stops it from being on my resume. All right. We also have a Twitter account at NeverRelevantPC. We have
I use it post episodes.
Gmail account neverrelevantpodcast@gmail.com. We should put Twitch notifications on our Twitter as well. And we have a YouTube channel, which is called Never Relevant, where we back up the VODs from Twitch. And
yeah,
that's it. That's the end of the stream. We've
watch the VODs.
Yeah, watch the VODs. They're so lonely. The view counts are so single digit. I don't know. I kind of like how the Never Relevant brand is just dump content into the void and no one ever sees it.
Look, I'm just happy that like 5 people have clicked on it. Like that's crazy to me. Like that's insane to me.
I just imagine you eating cereal, in the morning. It's breakfast time, and you just pull up the YouTube channel and you look at like the 5 views next to one of our Citizen Sleeper videos, and you're like, "Damn, that's crazy."
Oh no! Our Citizen Sleeper videos are doing much worse than 5 views.
Yeah.
It's no Vampire the Masquerade swan song sucking off of a priest like a vampire.
Yeah. All right, well, now we can end the stream the way it was meant to end, having humiliated ourselves and poured ignominy on our own heads. Good night, everyone.